Perched high above the city of Baltimore, Maryland, from Magooby's Joke House, comes the tale of 5 brave adventurers and their intrepid audiomancer on a journey wrought with magic, mayhem, and dick jokes. For this is Laugh Finder.
Welcome to Laugh Finder! Hey guys, welcome to Laugh Finder, Baltimore's premier piezo-based comedy podcast. I'm Tommy Sinbazzo, and I'll be playing Arcane, the living construct, with my trusty monkey familiar Natty Bobo. I'm the mech of many faces! Oh, we did it. Ben, you gave me the full thing. That was a $500 blowjob you gave me.
Fucking get Tommy a napkin, boys.
We're not going to make that a thing, right?
I was almost going to name last week's episode $500 blowjob.
Oh, you fucking should have.
Now, there's certain Twitter accounts that they repost our thing and they make listings and stuff.
Gotcha.
And we had one that was, I think I had the word someone shit my pants was the name of the episode, and they blanked out shit.
Oh,
and
okay.
I was like, okay.
Oh, man, we should do one that's just like all blanks then.
Yeah. Or we.
You know what? Let's not.
No, let's not spitball what episode.
No.
I think you guys are really maturing as comedians.
I mean, we're getting
making
older.
these important decisions.
We're growing.
Well, speaking of maturing, this week's guest's favorite category on Pornhub is mature. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for comedian Garrett Harvest.
Hello. What's up?
Hi, Garrett. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Now,
good.
how long have you been doing comedy?
3 years.
3 years. And what's
Yes.
your favorite part so far?
I haven't got there yet. When I find a favorite part, I'm going to let you know.
How did you get rolled into this event tonight? How'd you get talked into doing this?
Well, Tommy he messaged me and asked me, and I always heard about this podcast. I was interested to come in and see what it was like.
You've heard the legend of Laugh Finder.
I always used to see the stickers as Ismos. I'm like, the fuck is this shit?
No, Garrett really impressed me. We had a comedians in clubs playing Quip last night, and your writing really impressed me there. I was like, this guy's pretty brutal.
Yeah, your ability to be a dick is strong, and I liked it.
You're my favorite
Eric loves strong
part.
dick.
My favorite thing I did for that night is when my game name, my player name was Andrew Unger.
Funny backstory. After that, Andrew was like, who the fuck's name is Andrew Unger? And I was like, fuck, I don't know, man, because I don't snitch.
I usually go with my Quiplash name is usually Weird Al Jolson.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You owe me $1 every time you say that.
So you've got no familiarity whatsoever with this whole role-playing game world.
Nah, I thought Laugh Finder was the name of the game, so I didn't know.
Very close.
Close.
Right.
But Dorian's filled you in on the important
he
information here. You ready
Yes.
to rock and roll with us?
Yes, don't be surprised if I don't know what the fuck going on.
Oh, no.
That's
Nobody
about
ever
standard. It's about standard. It's
I'd be quite surprised if you were like, of course, I brought my own dice.
The game is on.
Here?
So what do you do with yourself when you're not playing tabletop role-playing with us nerds?
Besides the comedy thing, I like to.
Like, what would you be doing tonight if you weren't here?
Oh, tonight if I wasn't doing this?
I'd be on a showcase. He tried to get out of the gig earlier.
Yeah, probably be doing stand up somewhere.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's basically what I'm doing every night.
Yeah, you're really bit by the bug.
Yeah.
Anywhere, open mics and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not that good to be doing showcases every day yet. But
Do you have a day job?
I did. I got fired like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. What happened with that?
They said I called out too much. The documentation was messed up. I don't give a shit. I'm moving on.
Where were you working at?
I was at school.
Oh, at a school.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
What were you doing? Were you a teacher?
Yes, history.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
what was
That's
too
awesome.
many times you called out?
So they say the limit is 10, and they said I did 11.
You should have
what
told them
period
you
of
were
time?
trying to avoid burnout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, you kids get it.
Yeah.
You would just leave on the History Channel. You
Yeah.
pop in a tape of Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
And our school is 12 months a year, so it's like we don't have a summer break. We don't.
What
we
school
get,
is
we get
it?
off 2 weeks
that
for.
seed school over.
It's like a detention center, so that's why it's 12 months because they can't. go
It's a
anywhere. They
detention
gotta stay
center
there.
school.
No.
Was it like Hickey?
Yeah, that area.
Oh, okay.
Did you have to learn like therapeutic crisis intervention holds and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever
I used to
have
work
choke
at a place
kid
like
out?
that.
Yeah, you ever put the
no.
camel clutch on one of these fuckers that got out of line?
You ever tombstone a
nah.
child?
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Eric, what about the Koji clutch or the Kirifuda?
Yeah, yeah.
You ever
I
give a
got-
case the stink face?
Nah, I got my.
Oh, Jesus.
I got 4 of my dreads pulled out one day
Oh, shit.
One day?
by a kid who was like 6'3".
Oh, my gosh.
And you were like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to come."
Mr. Woodworth,
And the
sit
next
back
day,
down.
The next day, that was one of my call outs. I'm like, nah, I
Okay,
earned a day off. This kid just pulled my hair out, yo. It's crazy.
Well,
Damn it.
hopefully you'll find
How
a
old are
lower
they?
stress job next.
How old are the kids?
so
that you're
they're
working
so
with?
they're high school kids, but they range from age 14 to 21.
Whoa.
Damn, yeah. So you're just messing with like giant adult ass kids.
Yo, and I'm actually, and I'm not gonna lie, like I'm kind of happy that at the moment that I'm not there anymore because we got this one kid that came in before I left. He was like 6'5", 300 pounds.
Was it? It was basically the character from Green Mile.
I ain't learning shit.
Mr. Garrett, give me your hand. I'm going to take it away.
This motherfucker was huge.
Yo, I want you to know, history killed my parents.
I mean, technically that's accurate.
This motherfucker is huge. He came in. He was like, "Man, I got caught doing robbery. Cops beat my ass, but I was laughing the whole time they was beating me." I'm like, "What?"
Oh my god.
Shit.
Yo, good.
He was
kid,
being
man. Shout out
tickled
to
by
him.
the taser.
He was big as
Wow.
All right. Well,
Have you ever been like, "Oh, if only I can reach one child, and he can get me help." If only I can reach one child to tag him in.
They, contrary to what I'm saying, they are great kids though. Great kids, very strong
It's fine. You don't work
entrepreneurship.
there anymore. You
I
don't
like
gotta tell us how great
Well,
the kids are.
I just protected me from working somewhere else.
Is your orientation video there just the movie Dangerous Minds?
Did you ever come in and turn your chair backwards and say, like, "Hey, let me rap to you kids"?
So we
We do this every week now. He knows that.
orientation. They show us a video about teaching special ed kids from like the 80s or 70s or some shit. None of those rules apply anymore. Like nobody's methods are similar to what they showed us. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
kinda-
Back in the '80s, special ed meant you were gay.
Yeah.
So was it while you were working at this institution that you found your way to stand-up comedy?
I
Was that your
started
release
stand-up
valve?
right before I started this job.
Yeah.
So stand-up comedy actually, I started that because I got fired from another job. Had 4 jobs out of college, got fired from all of them.
What was that job?
What the fuck was I doing?
Yeah, let's hear all these jobs you've been fired.
Oh, I was at another.
Yeah.
I was at another school. I was at the
is like-
school. The school that the school from The Wire. I worked at that school.
Oh.
Oh wow.
This the actual school that they used, and yeah, that wasn't my cup of tea. It was a Montessori. That's not my style.
So you went from Montessori to a juvenile
I don't work
detention
at
facility.
every type of school.
You just need to find that one in the middle.
Montessori is my least favorite.
What school will you apply to next?
School of Rock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
School for the blind. That could be cool.
Well, yeah, because then at least if I don't come to school, it won't tell. So.
Yeah, you just put a tape
Yeah,
on. That's your voice.
Exactly.
God, I'd wear a John
Aliens.
Cena shirt to work every day. That joke would kill, and nobody would know.
I had a buddy. Please stand for our national anthem.
You know what? Maybe I fucking would.
So I had a friend that worked at the school of the deaf. It was Happy. You remember?
Yeah, we're Happy, yeah.
He
Deaf with an A or DEF?
yeah, it was deaf. It
Okay,
was
so I couldn't
Russell
hear-
Simmons
okay.
made a school.
Okay.
No, but he
Comedy Jam School.
But apparently, deaf was if you had all sorts of other problems with you, deaf was just one of those other problems. So I mean, there were kids that were just shitting themselves in class and everything. Kids just straight up whipping their dicks out, and masturbating in class. So, oh yeah, did you ever get any of that at the detention center?
It has happened, but it didn't happen while I was there. But Yeah, that happens.
Oh.
They were like, he's gone. All clear.
Yeah, man. These
Quick, get a
kids-
seat.
Nobody look me in the eyes.
It's one thing because you already know like teenagers are horny as shit. But then when you add like a strong traumatic experience or mental illness, that shit just
Yeah.
don't
tell
let
me
it out.
about it.
Exactly.
Don't let
Did
that
you have a
shit out.
certain class that you taught?
History.
You said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
history.
okay.
Yep.
What sort of history?
World, U.S. economics. World history, U.S. and economics. Also taught life skills. That's not a
Nice.
history class though.
What kind of life skills?
Like
Like, lesson number 1, please do not pull any of my hair out.
I try.
You get an F.
So you have a lot of kids. You have a lot of kids that are like city kids. You know, city kids grew up, you know, the way that they did. So a lot of them aren't really feeling school. A lot of them are motivated. A lot of them say, "I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Harvest. When I get out of here, I'm not going back to school." So I try to teach them like, you know, starting bank accounts, how to be frugal with your money, how to get into entrepreneurship, find out what you want to do. If you got some type of dream, try to turn it into some type of job so you can have income and not have to worry about working for somebody or going to school. Just, you know, perfect on your dream.
You could have
And-
had Mickey Coachella come in and
Yeah.
talk to your students.
Hey, let me
No.
tell you, buddy. All right.
Let me tell you, I'm living the dream. I sleep on so many couches at friends' houses.
I failed in more businesses than you ever
funny
knew.
funny thing though, I think because I remember talking to Mickey, I think he said his sister used to work there or something like. His sister used to be a teacher or something like that.
Okay. I don't know Mickey well. I've never met his sister.
Okay.
I only know his brother.
Sounds like a factual story to
No,
me.
I imagine it's just like Mickey, but he's just
His
wearing a
sister,
wig.
Mickey's sister, Rod Stewart.
It's a good bit.
And speaking of Rod Stewart, the man sitting to my right has quite a quaffable do. Ladies and gentlemen, actor, writer, and professional nudist, Mr. Eric Woodward.
Oh, thank you very much. It's me, Big Flea.
You forgot
Daddy.
how to do it, didn't you?
I've been off for 2 weeks, but I still am that dubious scoundrel, ready to put thick slugs up in something that Dorian creates for us tonight. Ooh!
Sounds so wrong.
There you go.
Oh, girl, I'm going to put my thick slugs in you. Ooh. I call my semen slugs.
Slick Slug McGee, Daddy.
Please don't.
Ooh, spraying hot oil.
Okay.
Now, you, me, and Brian are on Wendy's Roast tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty intense. I don't know how that's
Is all
going to
your
go.
writing done?
Yeah, no. I went on like a writing tear when I got it, and then there's like 6 more people because there's like 24 people on this show.
It's I'm using some old ones for some people.
And I don't know who to write. When there's nice people, it's harder, I found like. And then there's you guys that I have to see after
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
like I have to do something that's mean, but then I can come here and look you guys in the
I
eye.
mean, we do a lot of that on this show already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What, I mean, what
Like,
am I
I
going to
don't-
talk about your foreskin tomorrow?
Oh, we've got so many shirts. If only we had gotten them for everyone on the show.
yeah, but
Did
just
you know Brian still has his foreskin?
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking Christ. Why does everyone...
so much.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Honestly, it's the other cast member of the show since
Yeah.
we got rid of Jim's dog.
We
So-
measured
Replaced
it.
it with my
It goes up
foreskin.
to the knuckle of my pink if you fucking finger.
Don't tell people that. They're going to think it's real. Also, again, if you go to the Patreon, though, you can get the big foreskin measuring challenge 2019, everybody. It's in glorious 4K.
When Brian gets hard, it looks like the queen alien laying an egg.
Okay. That is both graphic and just, it's
Nasty.
weird. That is,
That's a very viscous image.
yeah, visceral.
Yeah.
You mean visceral.
No, I mean-
actually, you could, either works,
I'm
actually. Yeah.
seeing just clear motor oil.
Jesus. This.
All right.
man.
Well, my roasting here is done. I've
cool.
done my
hey,
writing.
hey, write that down.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
I don't have too much. I know I've been gone from the show now for what, 2 weeks. So,
Yeah, 2 weeks, so
and I
half a
missed-
month to the
I missed a fun one with Ashley Pontius, but I gotta say, I was counting the times because I say the word dubious scoundrel quite frequently on the show, and you guys all made up for it. I counted like 12 times that like each one of you used the word dubious. So thank you guys. It made me feel important. Made me feel ungimmed in this
What did
place.
you think of Ben's impression of you?
It was horrible. You did a fucking terrible job, but
Spent days on that.
but you played great, and that's what's important to me. You didn't kill my character, unlike Patchen almost
Yeah,
fucking
right?
did
Yeah.
to
Could
you,
be worse.
Aaron.
Fucking patch.
The only other shit I got is I went to concert last night
how'd you
on
get
Sunday
Who'd you
night.
see?
Or Sunday night. I saw Nathaniel Rateliff and Gary Clark
in the
Jr.
Night Sweats?
Yeah, and it was pretty good. It was the first concert I've ever been to that like wasn't like where people just got excited and clapped only. Like every other show I've ever been to is usually like a hard rock or metal or like a rap. Like I've been to Eminem and Ludacris before, and it's always like an energy that's like you jump up and down and fucking bang into people. And this was like. I was like a young person there, and me and my wife were like a younger demographic. It's like the average age was like 40 to 50, 60, and then everybody. I've never seen more redheaded people. Like redheaded people are supposed to be rare, right? I swear to God, every redhead in this tri-state area came to this fucking concert. It was the
my
most.
schedule was full. I couldn't make it.
Yes, Tommy couldn't make it, but yeah, I could just counted so many red-haired people, and like. It's like kind of like this soulful music. If you never listened to like Nathaniel Rateliff, and Gary Clark Jr. is kind of like a blues player. Who's
Are they
pretty
redheads
fucking
as well?
No, Gary. Actually, Nathaniel Rateliff's a big fat white guy that somehow dances like James Brown. Has like big band music. And Gary Clark is kind of like this fucking cool. He's fucking badass because I didn't know who he was. He comes out in a fucking cowboy hat that's like straight brimmed, and he's this fucking tall Jimi Hendrix looking dude with these gnarly tree root fingers, and just plays the guitar like it was sick. But like there's all these fucking white people, and they get them to like clap, and it's just off. like they can't get it, and I'm watching. I'm like trying to get the people in my section. No, it's this. Okay, you guys see? It's like, and they're like, and they're like literally going. You're like, like this. I'm like, no, stop, look at me. Oh man, so that was
there a lot of toe tapping?
Yeah, there was a lot of toe
People
tapping.
look like Steamboat Willie from that Mickey Mouse cartoon. Like,
yeah, and it was like, I don't know if you guys know, like every concert I've ever been to, there's been a threat that at one time there might be a physical altercation. This wasn't going to happen at this concert. It was so chill that I actually didn't like it. The threat
It is
of
cool
danger
though when
isn't there.
old people fight each other.
Yeah, it is awesome. I love when like two fucking soccer dads are ready to go at it because you fucking smudged their New Balance. Like, I fucking love that shit.
Go-Go!
And I was just like, whatever you want to do, then do it, tough guy. All right, buddy, come on, pal. As soon as a 50-year-old white man says, your move, pal, what do you want to do? Your move. Then you know it's on.
Now, was it a thing like the song would end and there wasn't any wooing? It was just a bunch of people. It sounded like the Philharmonic just stopped.
Yeah. It was. No, there was excitement. The excitement level was there. It was just no rhythm. There's this lady sitting next to me, and there was this one guy who's really into it. He was like 4 rows up, and he was standing over and over again. I'm like, motherfucker can stand if he wants to.
Did he keep turning back and going,
yeah. Yeah.
shut the fuck up, bitch!
You're ruining the son of a bitch song right now. I can't handle this. But they started harping on this guy, like telling him to sit the fuck down. And I was just like, and then I leaned over to the lady who was doing it. I was like, he paid for the seat. He can stand if he fucking wants to, lady. What are you doing? And I was like this. And then she was like,
you were trying to start
okay.
a fight.
No, I just told her. I just thought it was ridiculous
old
that you're
woman.
heckling a guy for standing. I was like, he could stand if he fucking wants to. Just let him do what he
did.
did.
Shit out of that.
Yeah.
Did you guys start
pie
throwing
face her?
and swinging at each other?
Yeah, no, I didn't do anything. But
Very
well, she was a
disappointing.
she was a
Why don't you get
large
these hands, you old
lady.
bitch?
But I was like, I'm married to a lady, and I was just like, she'll protect me. That's what I kept thinking. I was just like, but I said it in a nice way. I wasn't mean. I was like, come on, like, it's fine. Just calm down. It's all right. So, because I find that when you confront most people in a calm way, I'm like, what's going on, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? You don't need to do that. So, and it worked out.
Garrett knows about that from its de-escalation strategy.
Yeah, that's what happened seconds before he got his hair ripped out.
Please don't stab me with your pen. Think twice about what you're doing.
But Mr. Garrett, you said the pen was mightier than the sword.
Have you used your coping methods? Please don't stab me.
Oh, and speaking of coping methods.
Well, speaking of getting stabbed.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Our next guest uses his foreskinned penis to stab poor fat white women.
They're not all fat and white. Just
He said they're not all fat and white, but they all poor.
I'm trying to think of one that wasn't fat and white.
a lot of them aren't fat. I mean, you met some of my ex-girlfriends are actually like attractive. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I mean,
No, yeah, Steph was pretty attractive.
Yeah, and a bunch of other
and
ones.
that
I'm
other
not
girl
gonna-
had an eating disorder.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just move on. Let's just get it. You know, play Ben, why the fuck isn't Rump Shaker playing? There you thank you.
Brian Preston.
No, let's
Just
not.
fat and white bitch. Oh, Brian likes pogs.
Oh, it's
I don't-
me,
there's
old
no-
Brian.
God, there's no way to win this one. Nothing good's coming out of this. I'll be playing Holy John. Aaron?
Like a fat woman's vagina.
Say, what's Holy John?
Well, he's a tiefling inquisitor. Thanks for asking, buddy. That's a question that I don't have to deal with later.
Paint a picture for our listeners about what a tiefling inquisitor
Well, he's
is.
a half demon, half man. He's pretty much. If you look at the cover image there, you can see that. Just red skin, horns, etc. Tails. I'm not
kind of like Hellboy.
You know what? Svelter and not shitty like the remake.
Enjoys the music of Motorhead.
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. That is the voice. And this is...
You use powerful judgments against people.
He uses the powerful judgments on himself. He also can use some spells and also an accomplished melee fighter. And that has been how you get away from topics, everybody.
You're welcome.
And I thank you, sir.
What about you? How much writing do you have left for tomorrow? Or are you
For tomorrow, I got a couple people here and there. I mean, I got some real, you know what? I got some A material, I got some B material, and then there's also people that are there.
Yeah. I think there's definitely one person where I would just say, and they're here. I don't even know who the fuck you are, and then I just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, there's some of them that I'm like, God damn. And then there's other ones I'm like, okay, I had to do this because there's like 15 fucking people on this thing.
How does a roast work? I mean, like logistically, there's 20 of you on the stage or whatever.
Yeah.
And it goes down the line and you each get like 3 minutes or something?
Is it only 3?
I don't know how much time we have.
It's only 3. I'm really going to have to...
No, because I mean,
fuck, there's 20 people. I mean, how long does the thing...
You don't have to hit everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
do you go after the other people first and then finish with... And now I'm going to focus on our guest of honor.
but I definitely wrote Wendy's stuff first.
Yeah.
And then went
But
back.
you deliver it last when it's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you say, and now we've come to the person of the hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Is
And
there
then-
like back and forth,
Okay,
though?
you know
Or
what?
is it everyone just sort of laughs and
Yeah, you
just
gets
take
roasted?
it.
Okay.
That baby's going to get it.
Which baby?
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
from last year when we did her birthday show and there's a way to get the cake for the dead baby.
Oh, yeah. Fuck
Anyway.
yeah. Oh, I totally forgot about that. I'm going to jot that down.
Yeah, shit. All right.
But, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of dead baby,
Fuck yeah.
this next person
Hell yeah.
just brings life and joy to every room, much unlike a dead baby. He's the exact opposite of a Planned Parenthood dumpster.
Whoa, okay. They do a lot of important, STD screens. They're not all
Yeah.
abortions, man.
Stem cells.
Ladies and gentlemen, WIPR rock god, Mr. Aaron Hickey.
Hey, thank you very much.
Mammograms.
Did you call it W by PR?
W
like
by
the
PR?
LG
Bubba you.
Is that-
W by Curious
Yeah,
PR?
that's the LGBTQ station that's like 0.10 up.
It's AM
Black
or
Betty.
FM,
Yeah.
whatever you want to
Black
tune
Betty,
into.
Mammogram. Oh, Black Betty, mammogram. Gonna squish your boob, mammogram.
Mammogram.
That shit needs lube. Mammogram.
Got a flapjack Betty, man-a-lamb.
So, I don't know. What can I tell you? Oh, this morning I got stung by a bee
Where?
in my backyard, right on my forearm, and now I've got like a Popeye forearm
Nice.
compared to this one.
Thought
Look
you
at
were
that.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
You look swole.
It
I
your
know.
one arm looks like you've binge watched the She-Hulk series.
But I'm left-handed.
Oh, well.
So how do you explain that? Look
Dude,
at
who needs the gym?
it's like all kind of. There's like a. I don't know
Dude, you
what's
should
going-
start like an apothecary in Hampton.
What I should do
and
is
then,
start a reboot of Sha Na Na.
And yeah, but no, you just
Four
bee
listeners will know what the fuck that is.
you just bee sting people to have big muscles for the day.
Well,
and
actually,
then
they use
come back
bee
in.
sting therapy to treat cerebral palsy.
Ooh.
I feel very calm today.
Yeah, I got stung. Last time I got stung, I was in D.C., and I had a hammer, and I was walking past a fence post, and I hit the fence post, and this big fucking bee came out and stung me right in the
Instant
neck.
karma.
And I sucked its dick for crack. It felt good because there was like this rush. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Do it again.
So you weirded out a bee, is what you're saying.
Yeah. He was like, oh, God, I got to go. That's my mom calling.
It's fun. I think it's funny that like cerebral palsy is treated with bee stings because they look like they're constantly trying to get bees away from them all the time.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? Like they, it seems like that is the oddest cure. If they just didn't do that, they get stung every once in a while.
I thought my intro was fucking awkward. But fuck. Wow. This is some next level shit right here, lad.
I don't know. I don't know, Eric. That's a pretty shaky premise.
I'll be playing a what am I
You're
at
a
this
cleric.
I'm a cleric.
Cleric.
I am a what are we 10th level at this point?
Yeah.
10th level cleric. Healer of the party, caster of spells, worshipper of the deity Azathoth in a cold, dark corner of the universe, and all-around fun guy.
This calculator is dead. The big calculator, I guessed it on a D&D podcast this weekend. I took my calculator, which I didn't need it.
How was the other
I
podcast?
thought you just
Was it
lose
like going to
calculators.
someone
I never
else's
knew they
house
were.
after you've lived in a real shitty house of your own and being like,
No,
this
it was
is how
like
other people
when
live?
I was a kid, there was this kid, John Thomas, who lived down the street, and he asked, and I thought we lived dirty, but he had like roaches on the wall, and I didn't spend the night.
So that's what that
kinda what the
podcast
other
was?
'Cause you're gonna
podcast
let
was.
yourself.
It
No,
made you grateful for what we've got.
Look, it's not that it was shitty, but the DM and I were the only people that had ever played a role playing game before.
Oh.
So it was a lot of. I didn't like being the voice of reason.
Oh, no, that's not your forte.
There was definitely a part where we came across these. We're in a dungeon. We opened the door and there were three. He was like, "You see 3 teenage kids," and I made the joke, "Hey, what's the age of consent in this dungeon?" But then the party ended up.
Oh, God.
We killed one of them,
Murdered by the
tied up
Clintons.
the other 2, and then they're like, "Well, what are we going to do with these kids?" And the party all agreed we should just murder these children. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. Well, that's.
I was like, let's at least make it look like an accident.
Yeah.
What's that podcast called? Are you going to
I
plug it?
don't even know that when it comes out and it has a name.
Epstein
Yeah.
Island Adventure.
Yeah.
Was this
It's a
the
good one.
debut episode of it?
Yeah, it was the first episode.
Okay.
So it was. I had a good time.
It's no Laugh Finder.
No. We are seasoned pros. And speaking of seasoned, this next the man sitting behind the soundboard is our curly fry of power. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the best audiomancer in the biz, Mr. Ben Hancock.
You do this every episode with the best.
Ben, are you getting your motorcycle tomorrow?
Yeah. Well, either tomorrow or Thursday.
What kind are you getting?
It's a Honda Shadow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shadows are nice.
Yeah.
What power? What's the
750 cc's.
That's
Yeah,
all right,
it'll
little
be
baby
sweet.
bike.
Yeah. I fuck off time.
Is that like those ninja-looking bikes?
No. It looks sort of like a Harley.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's
What
an
color is the gas tank?
It's gonna be like a rust orange.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
Does it have big, tall handlebars? Like
No.
They call them
No.
ape hangers.
ape
Wait,
hangers?
whoa.
Hey, it's their word.
I don't like that.
It also
Their
came with
word.
a cool white helmet.
I'm sorry, I
All
watched
right.
a bunch
Is
of
there a
Dave
fucking-
Chappelle
Nice.
today.
Is there a fucking point on it, Ben?
Haven't looked at the design much, but yeah,
Does it
probably.
have those foot posts so you
Yeah.
can stick your legs way out
There are
forwards?
posts.
Yeah, cool.
What, you a fucking Grand Cyclops? Or
Does it have? Are there ribbons on the ends of the?
They're called tassels.
And a bell.
That's the bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Are you describing Pee Wee's bike?
Are the tires white walls?
No. Also, fun fact: the people at the Alamo hated if you asked to see the basement. Yes, no, they really do.
And speaking of the basement,
You got it.
this the next person at the table has a lot of junk in their trunk. I don't know.
you
You
already
don't
did
have
say.
a big butt.
Depending on the day.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the Laugh Finder trifold, the best damn DM at the table. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dorian Gray.
Hello, my name is Dorian Gray. I am your GM, your friend and foe, ally and antagonist. And why don't we get started?
Previously on Laugh Finder. Listeners, you'll remember that we were inside a bar, a tavern, a club called the Diving Falcon, where we were aiming to encounter one very sketchy Lord Daffodil, who was a prime suspect in the potential framing of Barsool, who it had been rumored. It had been officially alleged he had been imprisoned for allegedly framing us, the Odd Company, but we think that he, in fact, has been framed. So we went to this bar, we hung out, we saw Lord Daffodil come in with his minions. They sat down, they all laughed sycophantically at his jokes. He basically represented himself to be a despicable human being. We went over, cast Zone of Truth on the area, went over and made him very uncomfortable, asking him some probing questions about Barsool and the nature of these allegations, at which point everyone basically threw down. We had a big battle inside the Diving Falcon. The henchmen were on us. One of the guys ran out of the bar. Battle ensued. We killed 4 henchmen. Bobo the monkey did an excellent dimension dooring of Daffodil to safety. And Daffodil...
That sounds like a Pornhub link description. Bobo the monkey dimension doors Daffodil.
All that is to say
you won't last 5 seconds playing this game.
I don't.
Lord Daffodil...
The chair riding makes it so much worse. I gotta be fucking honest with you.
All that is to say, Lord Daffodil is now in our possession and ready, I suppose, for questioning and or torture. And that brings us up to the present.
Yes, it turns out that Lord Daffodil outed himself as someone...
Well, congratulations. That's very brave.
Yes.
Well, especially in
of
this day and age.
Yeah.
outing himself as gay, he outed himself as a servant to Vanesh, the Lord of Screams,
Yes, right.
which is
What a
not as
monster.
courageous.
Still
But
okay.
I mean, it's still a pretty strong stance.
Yeah.
you are at the Diving Falcon, the tavern where you had the incident, and you have just freshly won a battle. Most of the patrons of the Diving Falcon have headed out of there because they were rich, snobby people who, according to the rules, are not, in fact, about that life. But
I start picking up beers off the table since people... Free drinks for everybody, boys and girls.
This round of garbage is on me.
Don't go home with the woman with the nub arm.
I don't have to tip because I saved the day.
But as you're planning your next move, something very interesting happens to one of your number. They melt into a puddle of goo that bubbles before surging upward and taking definition, and arms and legs and a head form, and nanotech Ren Talshu has taken yet another form. So what do you look like?
I look like I'm about 6'1".
And again, folks, watch us on YouTube just to see how uncomfortable Garrett looks during a lot of parts of the
I
show.
would not blame him.
Are you locked in a residential facility for juveniles?
No.
Nah, I escaped.
So what do you look like?
So I'm about 6'1". I'm dark skinned.
Okay.
I'm handsome.
All right.
Interesting.
Shit. He got high top Jordan 1s on.
That's weird. That's the next place you went.
It sounds like you're describing Super Saiyan U.
He has spikes out his back.
Oh, shit.
All the way down to like right above the crack.
All right.
He also has small wings on his mid bicep. He can't use them to fly, but like if the person's weak enough, he could probably slice them with them. All right. Also,
What's his name?
his name is Hardy.
Hardy. Hell yeah.
Hardy. His name is Hardy.
All right,
So,
Hardy.
Ren
Hardy,
tells
where are
you-
you from, good sir? Welcome to the Odd Company.
Oh, he from Jersey.
I already like Hardy. He seems like my new best friend. I'm ready to go
Excellent.
adventuring with him.
He refers to himself in the fourth person.
All right,
It's
so
just a smell.
what is your...
Did we just
Well, first
become a
off-
new tag team? I don't know.
I want
You ready to hang up
I
with
think
Big
we
Flea?
did.
I want to loot the bodies.
Yeah, there are
Okay.
4 dead
Yeah.
henchmen on the floor.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. let's see. Where's my D6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dorian is rolling the 6-sided
4.
dice.
That came back to 6. Okay. Ben. Roll a D20.
Oh, Ben's
Oh,
my
the
God.
Audiomancer is rolling a D20.
I call
highly,
bullshit.
Highly unorthodox.
Oh, shit.
What'd he roll?
He rolled a 19.
I never doubted you, Ben.
Horn yourself, Ben.
Well, since you rolled so well, you find the following.
Okay, write it down, boys.
Ooh, Highlights Magazine.
Oh, someone's
Yes.
already done the search.
Never mind, burn it.
Someone already did the Christ jumble.
You find a dagger that seems to give off an odd glow to it.
Ooh, it's one of these Chernobyl daggers. I've
Radioactive.
seen them before.
Yep.
Let's see. You find 5 diamonds
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
that you suspect are the payment for their services, though they will not be needing them.
I pick them up. You dumb bitch. Thought you could take out the odd company for 5 diamonds. When I literally shimmer with diamonds and drip gold.
That's your son.
Yes.
But yes, you find
So a glowing dagger, 5
yes,
diamonds.
a dagger that gives off a very subtle glow. 5 diamonds, and you find a small rolled up parchment.
Is there weed in it?
No, at least not yet. I mean, if you give it to Wilhelm at some point.
Yes, I'll hold on to
Does-
that.
Does anyone here speak Draconic?
Yeah, I'm a fucking... No.
What is draconic?
Dragon.
Oh, dragon now.
Oh,
Slow.
jeez.
I do not.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you see a parchment and there's something written on it, but it is clearly in Draconic.
Okay.
We gotta
If
find
you don't-
I've got. I might be able to read. Let me see what I can
Yo hablo Draconic.
do. Read magic? No, that doesn't.
Let me pick it up. And
I think there's one called Comprehend Languages.
Yeah, let me see.
There's a spell.
Detect magic.
I believe this is a
Comprehend languages.
Oh, okay.
I can understand the
here we go.
spoken words of creatures. I mean, man, the light is so bad in here. And I tilt my head like this because I have bifocals.
He's trying to read the parchment.
The cra-
Why is this
What is
such
this?
a tiny parchment? Why is it written on a cigarette wrapper?
creatures, or I can read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. The ability to read does not necessarily impart insight into the material, merely its literal meaning. The spell enables me to understand or read an unknown language, not speak or write it.
Okay. That would... You had to memorize your spells for the day.
Yes.
It probably wasn't included in them.
Boom.
But
Roasted.
Memorize my spells for the day.
You'll have to wait until tomorrow.
I can't remember what any of my fucking spells are. I didn't know I was supposed to memorize them for the day.
but
All right, I'll hold on to this till tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning you can... So tonight, your character can prepare Comprehend Languages, and then you can cast it after that
All right.
whenever you want to.
Duly noted.
All right. So... Yeah, wow.
Is that it? Is that all we found?
Yeah, I didn't expect you all to find that.
Excellent. Now we need to turn our attention to the matter of Lord Daffodil, who I believe has been...
Let me
No?
bring... Well, because he's in the... I'm like, Bobo, please
Yes.
bring Lord Daffodil in.
Wait a minute, boys. I mean, we're not going to try to talk to these dead henchmen to get some information.
Well,
Was that,
Well, we
can
have
just
we have their boss.
They're a live boss.
Yeah, we have the guy that can clear...
Well, that seems ridiculous. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I guess we could shit talk them.
Do you want to cut their faces off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You figured out what?
Yeah, I'll cut their faces.
What?
off.
It's not even. You're not even
Well, I was
into the
about to-
thing anymore.
Wait,
Sometimes
guys.
He's lost his passion for facial
finally
removal.
figured out who he sounded like. I'm just mad. Like he sounds like Loveless from the Wild Wild West with Will Smith. I was like, man, you sound like somebody I know, yo. I'm thinking about Friends and shit.
And a little
Jay,
piece
who I
of
know that talk like
and
that?
a little piece of land for myself. All
He's
right.
gonna call Will Smith boy.
Yeah.
So Bobo is like been dimension doored out behind the bar or something.
To
He's
a
being held.
separate part of the bar had like 2 parts.
He's immobilized though, right?
Yeah,
like
'cause
we
you
froze
held him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'd be like, Bobo, bring him back in.
Yes.
Okay. You have him, and he is immobilized, but he is full of defiance. He's like, "You will not get anything out of me."
Well, first off, we should get someone else from the Noble Council.
I lean in and can we intimidate him?
Well, before we question him, let's get someone here that can vouch for it on the
I had a really
council.
good
Or better yet, we
I had a really
bring
good
him to
intimidate
the
line,
jail
though.
where Barsool is being detained.
If that's where the Noble Council is.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, you're not going to get anything out of me. And I was like, yeah, but we're about to put some things in you. That was going to be my intimidate line. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Cool.
I like Arcane's idea. Bring him to the other officials and make him confess his malfeasance. In front
Let
of
me.
them.
I could run outside and tell that hobo that I paid 10 gold to tackle that guy.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is he still holding the guy?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just kill that guy. just stab him in the
We
throat.
I think better yet, let's pay the hobo to kill him.
Yeah, like bum fight.
Yeah,
We'll pay
yeah,
him.
yeah. We'll put
Like,
that-
we have a turkey sandwich here.
Yeah, hell yeah. This is some fucking 1%er shit. This is what the really rich and powerful do.
Give him one of the diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, for
Yeah.
this diamond, if you fuck this man to death.
No, can we do it like the Joker?
For
and we just
something I was
break a
gonna
pool
do
cue and you're like,
anyway.
well, today is tryout, boys. We just give him a weapon.
But
Winner
yeah,
gets to join the gang.
so we tell the hobo, like, hey, go get who we need to get. Like, who's the head of the council of the Noble Council?
Yeah, what do we know about where the council's...
They are where Lady Marigold's keep is, basically. He's like, well, the thing is, if I just show up and tell them that the Odd Company wants them, they're not going to believe somebody who looks like me. I need something from someone. It doesn't have to be anything of value, just something that one of you have.
Send the monkey.
Yeah. Okay, Bo, go with this, and I'll use prestidigitation on the hobo. To like all of his clothes are like like he's clean and dressed like
Ew.
all of his clothes are clean. He's clean. He doesn't smell like a turd anymore.
He's got Jordan 1s.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel weird.
You've decrusted my dick.
Oh, Steph Curry's.
So we're sending the hobo to bring the other nobles to the scene of where we are right now.
Yeah, and I have a telepathic link with Bobo, so I should know if anything goes weird.
Goes awry.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
what is the message that we're telling him to... I mean...
The Odd Company says come to the Odd Company.
There's crucial information regarding the imprisonment of Barsool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The Odd Company is alive and well. And there's been some
Shenanigans.
hanky-panky shenanigans. That's the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for.
Yeah, no, we don't like hanky panky now.
All right.
All right. So that takes about 25 minutes.
Okay.
All
I
right,
guess
cool.
during that point, I guess you all play cards or something.
Yeah.
It's like,
Light torture.
We're going on the
Pac-Man, guzzling gum. I don't
Yeah, we
know.
tie up Daffodil.
Here
And
at Red
he's-
Point,
yeah.
people are dying in Red Point. We start a
He's
musical.
like, I don't like any of you, especially this person here.
oh, okay.
It's a bit of a callback. Should I waterboard him? Do you want me to waterboard him?
He's
I
like,
don't know. He has a pretty face. What a nice face.
of course I do. Oh no.
Don't worry. He's going to cut it off. It's not sexual.
Hey, you know one thing.
Not sexual.
You know one thing, Arcane, that you haven't tried to do. You have so many faces. You're such a prolific necromancer. Have you ever tried to translate one face onto another person's face? And we all just slowly look at him.
That's not a bad idea.
Leave my face alone.
He starts looking through the faces like playing cards like this. Like, ooh, you look really good as Cristivo.
My head spins around. It's another face, like a Manny Faces from He-Man. No.
Wait,
Have you ever heard of Weird Al Jolson?
Arcane
Oh,
walks.
yeah. I'll put a black guy's face on his
No,
face.
right? He's gonna hate that.
That's gotta be great.
I don't like this. Get away. I have prestige. I have money. Unhandle me.
We just want the truth, mister.
Boy,
Yes.
boy, shut up. I like the movie The Prestige. Let him talk.
There's two Christian Bales.
Maybe we could. Is he still under the influence of Zone of Truth?
No, it's worn off by now.
Because, listeners, you may recall that the beginning of this season debuted with the emergence of this giant orange orb, which we've come to learn is sort of the exosphere of the returned Vanesh, Lord of Screams, who evidently Lord Daffodil is in the thrall of. And so maybe we could get some information from Lord Daffodil about how to ultimately penetrate this orange exosphere and get in there and
looks
fuck
at,
up Vanesh.
He looks at Hardy. He says, You look like a new one. Kill them all, and I will give you 20 gold.
Oh yeah, I'm killing him.
Wrong answer.
No.
Wrong answer.
No.
No,
No, I'm not. My bad.
I
Keep
shit
your
20.
gold, man. Keep your
I
gold.
shit 20 gold.
Yeah, 20 gold's nothing. We're pretty rich.
Yeah, we're rich as
Oh, we are?
fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Give Hardy a couple
This
of
would be like if
diamonds.
somebody offered Jay-Z $20 to fight.
To kill someone.
Yeah.
Well, you should say if I was a billionaire, somebody offered me $20 to kill somebody, I still might take that shit.
I'm doing it for the kicks.
Who am I killing? Like,
For the
I don't-
culture.
If there's one thing, I respect Hardy's grind.
I will give you a firm handshake if you cut the pinky off of Lord Daffodil
What?
right now.
Oh, wait.
I'm literally right here.
I'd like to start playing Stuck in the Middle with You by Steelers Wheel.
No!
I use ghost sound.
Prepare me my straight razor.
This song is terrible.
Douse him with gasoline.
Whatever will stop me from hearing this song?
Guys, look, I found a tire out back. Let's put it around his neck and fill it with gasoline.
What's gasoline?
All right, so 25 minutes happen. Lady Marigold herself, with an entourage of the noble council,
Ooh, it's Turtle.
shows up.
Oh, yeah, all the big ballers are here now.
Yeah.
Lady Marigold and the town council, we present to you the culprit behind the
Shenanigans.
incorrect and unrighteous framing of our friend and your fellow noble, Barsool. He did not sell out the Odd Company. In fact, here we are to declare that, in fact, he has been framed by this excuse for a noble Lord Daffodil, who sits before you in shame.
He says, I will come clean. I was attempting to kill Lady Marigold, and I hired the Odd Company. And when we had a disagreement on the payment of gold,
I love
they
stories.
they turned on me.
Uh-huh.
But originally, they were trying to assassinate you. What is
So
that?
this is a classic
I pull
he said,
out-
she said.
Well, it's, Wilhelm, why don't you just cast Zone of Truth?
I got a zone of truth for him. Let me pop one right in his
What?
kneecap.
That-
He's going to start talking
What is
real
that?
quick.
What is that?
Oh, you about to find out real shortly, stuff.
This
Boom,
is his
boom
boomstick,
stick.
you savage.
Can I roll to shoot him? Can I roll to shoot him in the kneecap in front of Lord Marigold? No.
Let's try.
Let's
We
try
have
Zone of
magic.
Truth first.
You don't need to put a bullet in him.
I slowly unclick, but I'm not happy with the choice that my group has made.
I am going to once again cast.
It wouldn't have
Zone of
intimidated
Truth.
him just because he doesn't know what that is.
No, I wanted to shoot him, and then I would have done the stop bleeding, which is like where you shoot it and it's still red hot, and I was going to put it in the wound real quick right after that.
I take out my jewel
like you would've
pod
talked.
that's full of liquid DMT and inhale a rich vape
I got
cloud.
a guy.
and my pupils turn to pinpoints, and out of my hands emanates a sphere of wherein all those must speak the truth when spoken to. And we say to Lord Daffodil, do you care to explain once again the situation here to your fellow council of Red Point?
Give me a perception roll.
Roll a d20, the purple one at the end there,
And then you do
and add your eyeball.
Alrighty.
Hardy, the tall, dark, and handsome character of the hour.
16.
plus whatever, 26.
Oh.
26.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
You have a plus 10 perception? Mm-hmm. Damn. Okay.
Word.
So as this is going on,
Yeah.
you see a crowd has formed around you because you just had a big fight where you took drug a high-ranking noble out of a club, basically. Not too many people can get away with that, but your adventuring group has saved the town on at least more than one occasion.
What's going on? I'd like to just. We're bigger than Jesus.
God, they don't know who that is.
That's true.
We're bigger than Paylor.
So I was just...
Suck it, Azathoth.
As you're looking around, you see various people in the crowd sort of watching you, and then they all as one just sort of disappear into the crowd.
Tight.
And there's something about them that marks you strange, and
Boys, I
it
think
is
we're being watched
possible-
by the Pentatonics.
but
You mean
may
that
see them
fucking the acapella group?
Yeah, they're
I'll
an
say-
acapella group. They're very
I'll say,
mysterious.
Lord Daffodil, were you working for Lord Vinesh?
I think he's gonna say the N-word.
He's looking around.
yes.
And did you frame Barsool?
I did. I did.
You dumb bitch.
There you are, Lady Marigold.
Oh,
I believe you can now release Barsool.
That was. They made me say that.
Did we make you say that?
I mean, no.
Were you looking at his robot ass just now?
What exactly is it that you're getting from Vinesh, the Lord of Screams, and what is his agenda?
Well, his agenda is to conquer everything. The way he used to own things. And I was promised power. Once, I will say no more.
Yeah.
Promise power once what? Once Vinesh takes over?
Well, more immediately. Once Lennox has been assassinated.
Lennox.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, who remembers who Lennox is?
We do, right?
Yeah.
Lennox
Yeah.
was, he's our buddy that doesn't he have to do with,
Well, he
first
was-
season,
He helped you during the first season. You actually cleared his name during the first
he
season.
didn't kill his lover.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
I remember all that.
No.
And then in the second season, since then he was working as a professor in Red Point University.
RPU.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah, it's weird that they're the Seminoles.
And you were
both in South
periodically
The
Dakota.
Flying
coming-
Florps.
Yeah.
yes,
The Red Point Redskins is offensive.
Whoa, okay.
the Tieflings, but
The Mighty Moonbear.
You do not say that nearly enough anymore.
No.
But you were occasionally coming to him with like academic matters, like if you wanted something looked up,
Like help with our homework.
Yeah.
essentially. And
Well-
so he's been helping you guys at Red Point University ever since you saved his butt in the first season.
I think our course of action is clear here, Odd Company.
Exactly. We should go to those merchants and get the stuff that we're going to take a
Absolutely.
couple.
We are not done shopping.
No, so you guys just want to wait a couple days?
And we haven't
Nobles, we invite you to unlock the cell of Barsul, release him, and in his place put in Lord Daffodil, who rightly belongs behind bars.
In a much smaller cell.
In a much smaller cell. Meanwhile, we have an important visit to make to our friend Lennox.
All right. So...
But I mean, if the magic shop is on
I
the
mean,
way.
boys, the second we walk out of this place, it sounds like there's going to be some trouble. If you don't remember what Hardy done said to us, we just seen a whole rack of fellas just disappear into the wild that look like they're about to throw on the jumpsuit on us.
What if you took the face, like assume the identity of Lord Daffodil,
I don't see why I couldn't.
and then you can go out going, well, I'm glad this misunderstanding was all cleared up.
No, that's actually that. Oh wait, that sounds like a great idea. We should just do that. Yeah, I'm gonna assume Lord Daffodil's identity.
Okay.
And now have these people. Okay, now so.
Do you have to ask him for his social security first?
Well, he's got life alert, so.
I'm also going to, before we go outside, I'm going to activate the mage armor rod.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
So all my plates go
What we should do is.
and my helmet goes back over my precious
Yeah, why don't we
face.
just dimension door out
you guys
really
should
far
teleport
away? Yeah.
I'll go out as Lord Daffodil.
Well, I can only take one person at a time.
Well, is there waiting? Well, hold on, wait. I'm trying to think. You can dimension door some motherfuckers. Can't you guys, some of the motherfuckers, become invisible? So I go out as like Lord Daffodil and be like, the Odd Company has been vanquished. I'm not doing the voice yet, but I can be like, the Odd Company's been vanquished, and then be like, hey, fellow dudes, and then we get the jump on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can definitely turn invisible.
I like that we're going to do all this, and it's like, you're fine, and everything's good.
Okay,
Drug
so I'll
cocktail is
do.
right.
I'll make Hardy and Big Slee invisible,
Sweet. Invisible brothers.
and then I'll dimension door.
When you're invisible, you can't tell skin tone, so we are brothers.
Hell yeah.
We're all invisible on the inside.
I mean, technically.
And then I'll dimension door out a good 900 feet.
So
I know you can't see this,
Wow.
but my penis is
So
out
you guys
right
are
now.
clearing
it's 10
out
inches long.
Yours too?
invisibility. So it's just gonna look like
Mine
Lord
been out
Daffodil
before we were
walked free.
invisible.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Well done.
pretty. That's fucking brilliant, actually.
Of course, Brian's going to be out there because we also thought, I've been binge watching Star Trek: The Next Generation, and there's definitely those episodes where they send the away team down after giving them cosmetic surgery to make them look like the race on the planet.
Oh yeah.
And then they're down there doing Klingon face or Grimlock. So that's what basically Brian's going to be doing.
I mean, there's going to be
Lord
less hand
Daffodil.
gesturing, but yes, that is pretty much it.
You worthless patog!
What?
It means
Okay.
a bitch.
Oh, in Klingon?
Oh, so Brian,
Yeah.
what is your bluff score?
My bluff score is actually high as a motherfucker. I got a 15 naturally in bluff.
Okay, so
I'm actually really good at bluffing in disguises because I secretly think this is always going to turn into a fucking Peter Sellers movie.
so
That's a nice current reference for the kids out there.
Brian takes one of his pills and turns into the Soul Man.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to just try to be like a Rasputia in Norbit this bitch.
I don't know
All right.
Rasputia.
give me a bluff roll.
31.
Shit.
Oh, man. You're every Marlon Wayans character in Sextuplets.
Yeah, no, it's Jesus. It is.
All right,
Everyone
so
with comedian on their first name's favorite movie.
I think you just deep faked the hell out of this campaign.
Hey, boys, it's me, Lord Daffodil. Yeah. How we doing, guys? I'm always like Vanessa Lord of...
God damn it. So you go out in noble face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listeners, our dungeon master seems utterly thwarted right now
Yeah.
by the excellent plan crafted by
No,
the Odd
that's-
Company.
I mean, really just impressed. I just love this idea. All right, so
So are those
you invited the nobles in.
No.
You reveal to them what's happened. The nobles.
We put
here's
him
the
into
thing,
their custody.
right? So what are you going to do with him? Because it's going to create an inconsistency if they see Lord Daffodil come out.
He's the guy
actually, after I use the fucking spell, Lord Daffodil, technically he just has the facial features of a generic human. So
Okay.
he doesn't look like... I look like Lord Daffodil. He just looks like some bitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. After I do claim identity, I get their features. They just look like a generic human. So
But I quickly, before they take him away, just so they can keep track of him, I take the glowing knife that we got and carve a D into his chest.
For D's nuts.
So they can look and make sure that he's Lord Daffodil.
And then I carve an 8 equals in front of it. That was a dick on it.
All right. So you all leave early.
Ooh, invisible walking, me and my buddy who's a tank.
Like
Holy
our
John.
Yeah.
You guys are getting real close to women's breasts. And
hey, Hardy. I'm over at the bar. Look at these titties right here. And I'm like 2 inches away. He's like, I'm not touching, so it's not bad.
It's not me too if you're invisible.
Yo. Laugh-Finder does not endorse.
What was
Laugh-Finder does not endorse
what was
these
that
views.
Kevin Bacon movie?
Ghost titties?
No.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
That's the plot of Hollow Man.
It is. And
Yeah, nobody ever Me Too'd Drop Dead Fred, okay, guys?
That's true.
I mean, because technically he doesn't exist.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But you know what? They did ghost. You know who did
He
get
does
Me
walk
Too'd?
around looking underneath people's skirts in the movie.
We did Me Too the fuck out of Ghost Dad, though.
Yeah, we did.
All right. So you walk out after everyone
Yes.
as Lord Daffodil.
Yep. Hey, boys. It's Lord Daffodil here. How we doing, guys?
So you walk back. The crowd, they thought something happened, but they're like, it must not have been that serious. We thought
No.
that something was happening to a noble.
You can slightly hear the background music of a SpongeBob episode.
Oh, wait, hold on.
as he's like, hey, boy.
Oh, okay. Everyone was losing their minds over the chicken sandwiches in here. That's what you were hearing. They've got very good chicken sandwiches. There was a line. They're out of chicken sandwiches now.
Tell the crowd to disperse, and that way your minions will remain, and you can follow them back to Lord Vinesh.
Oh, wait. That's it. I'm just going to stand out here nonchalantly. All of you commoners can get back to, I don't know, dying of cholera or whatever dumb shit you do all day.
Hey, give me an intimidate roll.
27.
Shit. They do so.
That's right. Suck it, you purr nerds.
All right. As they clear, one man stays there. Mm-hmm. He's about 5'9".
Okay.
He's
He
wearing
ain't shit on Tinder.
He's wearing a dark cloak. Dark-skinned. As he throws his hood back, you can see that his hair is all white and his eyes are red. And he
It's
says,
an albino. Albinism. Weird albinism. The arch nemesis of weird albinism.
he's going to make a perception check. This is
Okay.
a resisted roll, so give me a bluff
Come on,
versus
another
his
bluff.
perception.
Another bluff. Here we go, Bri. Here we go, Bri. Here we go, Bri.
19.
See what I rolled?
Get him, Brian!
Did you roll a 1? Was he like this? I see nothing.
His little red eyes go cross.
It's like, it's bright out here.
A bee done stung my eyes!
I would like to, while he's looking, I just like to hold on hand up and then just keep doing this. I'm not actually doing that.
He says, Lord Daffodil, you should come with me. We have much to discuss. What languages do you speak?
Well, I speak Common, Infernal, and Jive.
Okay. He says, Lord Daffodil, come with me. We have much to discuss. And then he mutters something in Elvish. Oh, by the way, his ears are pointed.
Okay.
And
You're like, yep.
I'd be like, no hablo Elvish like the pores.
give me another bluff check.
Oh,
shit.
Brian, come on.
21.
He's going along with it. He's doing it. You're playing with us, Peter.
He says, you've been hitting the ale too much, my lord.
You're goddamn right I have.
And by ale, you mean my wife.
And if you're not careful, your wife. I'm kidding. I'm a cut-up.
Anyway, this nerd
Leaving
you
in a
had us
beeman.
go after,
Yeah.
he should be dead by now.
Oh, fuck. That's great.
That's great.
That was just general excitement about how happy I am about what you've just told me.
Hey, Brian, why don't you say he's like everything worked out really good in there. The Odd Company's with us now.
Oh, that's a good, yeah. Also, yes, let's go talk about some things. I also have some other exciting things to tell you.
He says, if everything went according to plan, we should have the book that Lennox was working on, and they will be unable to cast this spell.
Oh, sweet. So you guys are just bringing the book here? For us, like we planned.
We'll find out next time.
That is an ominous end to this episode. The red-eyed guy tells us of a book that he's theoretically gotten from Lennox. Is Lennox dead already? Have we missed our opportunity to save him? And is his important book in the wrong hands? We'll find out next time on the next exciting episode of
Man, my phone is going crazy. Trying to bring up my calendar. There we go. It's coming up. So, guys, this episode comes out September 3rd. Today is September 3rd. Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Hey, yeah. Happy Labor Day. We're just coming back from Virginia Beach. Isn't that the tits?
Mm-hmm. Now, while you're listening to this, tomorrow I will be in Frederick at the Rockwell Brewery as part of the, there's a show there. And I can't remember the name of
Do you always feel like somebody's watching you there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember that other-
This is good, right?
Yeah, no, it was good. That was-
Somebody's watching me.
And I gotta brew my pee. Oh.
And guys, don't miss. I will be featuring for SNL's Finesse Mitchell at Magooby's Joke House right here at Magooby's Joke
fuck
House.
yeah, dude.
September
Cool.
12th through 14th. So go and do
Congrats.
that. And if you want, come Saturday. That's my birthday.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then you can catch me at Renfest.
Oh, God, yeah.
What
The
date
next
is
day.
Saturday?
Saturday is the 14th.
Your birthday is September 14th.
Yeah, September 14th, 1977.
Never
Saturday
forget.
the 14th is your birthday.
What?
There was a horror movie about a serial killer that was always late called Saturday the 14th.
Oh, that means that Friday's Friday 13th.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Never heard
I
of
don't
it.
know how I didn't make that connection. But
Garrett, what do you got? What do you got coming up?
Well, starting tomorrow is the Baltimore Comedy Festival. So I do the Motor House open mic every Wednesday, and tomorrow is the opening ceremony. So at 8 o'clock, we're gonna have like everybody's gonna come in, talk. There's gonna be food, drinks, and then at 9 o'clock, we're gonna have the first showcase of the festival, which
Nice.
I'll be hosting.
And who all's on the showcase? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
All right, cool.
Tight.
But it sounds good.
I think
That'd be tight.
no, I don't know.
As host, you should probably figure that information out.
Yeah,
some
I'll
local
just
comment.
see the motherfuckers when they come in. Like, what's your name?
Come see motherfuckers tomorrow at
Very
Motor
funny
House.
people though. All week, bunch of shows all over the city. It's gonna be amazing. I'm also hosting a showcase this Sunday. Had to switch the place. It used to be at Zizimo's, but now we switched it to the Crown. Sunday, 10 o'clock at the Crown showcase. Also Monday at FRS. I think I said it right. The sneaker store in Mount Vernon. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh,
You have
nice.
a show in a sneaker store?
Damn, I shouldn't. I'm gonna get fired.
No.
I don't know the name of none of this shit. I don't know who on the show. I don't know where it's at. I don't know who the fuck I am. I don't know what I'm doing.
Actually, this should already happen when this comes out, I think.
Is it this week or next week?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Are you talking as if we're in the
Yeah.
future?
It's this week.
This plug is going great.
Fuck what I'm talking about.
Where can people find you, Garrett? So
Yeah.
they can look you up and follow you.
You
and
said
do
it's September
shit.
3rd. Find me at home. I ain't got no job yet.
But if anyone's hiring,
But yeah.
Yeah.
But seriously, if you want to follow me on social media on IG, it's search everything Garrett Harvest on social media. I pop up Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And follow Hardy Hoarder. I sell vintage clothes. Yeah, so if you're interested, you want some nice little old ass t-shirts from the 90s, 80s and
Nice.
shit, holla at me.
Tight.
I got you.
nice. I want some stuff.
Hell yeah.
Fucking wearing one.
Yeah.
Is it? That's from the 90s?
Yeah, I bought this right.
This
fucking-
guy's name is Biggie Small.
Yeah.
Familiar.
One of the fucking
He was regular on Garfield and
I was
Friends.
sure that was,
Yeah.
that was Dizzy Gillespie.
No,
that's
that's
Binky the
normal.
Clown.
Oh, sorry.
That's not Biggie the Smalls. That's Binky the Clown. you're thinking. Speaking of Smalls, you know what? No Small Miracle. You can find the films Driven to Succeed and Born in the USA on Amazon Prime. You can also, Meanwhile the Skullbase are coming back for a 4th season sometime very soon. The first.
Do you know when we're recording?
No, we're getting together. We're probably going to ask you to see if you can come by for a table read. Then we
Okay.
got, the first 6 episodes are already written.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we should be ready to go soon. Most of the cast is coming back, except for people that aren't.
Y'all
And-
on TV shows on Amazon Prime?
Oh no, I got a couple movies on Amazon Prime. And
What?
Then, yeah.
I ain't never heard this before.
Calm down. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, you can put anything on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Have you looked at what movies are on Amazon Prime?
I mean, I
Hey.
still, look,
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm,
very.
I'm happy
no,
for
no,
him.
Don't
man.
diminish
I'm
my
happy for
accomplishments,
him.
Tommy.
I'm not.
Whatever.
No,
you
no,
get paid
no,
in fentanyl at some brewery.
That rocks
The
so hard.
claws come out.
That rocks.
Everything you've done, I'm just saying there are less.
Yeah,
There's
I know, I'm
subpar
just-
stuff on.
Oh no, there's a lot of hot dog shit on Amazon Prime.
You should look up Gooligans. It's a show. It looks like
Who's
it would
getting a
be-
free plug right now?
It would look. There's a show on Amazon Prime called Gooligans. It looks like something that would play on Channel 54 on 8 o'clock Wednesday mornings. But it's like rockabilly type humor, and you would think it's for kids, but they cuss.
Oh.
So it's aimed at adults, but the production values are horrible. The only saving grace is that the zombie. Because it's like movie monsters. There's Wolfgang W. Wolfgang, who's a werewolf, like a greaser werewolf. There's Boris Stein, who is like a Frankenstein monster. And then there is Void King, who is a zombie. And the zombie makeup is fucking cool. And he's like teal, and it doesn't look. It's you just gotta look at the.
All right, I'm
it's
into
You know,
it.
I will tell the best goddamn zombie makeup story on the next episode. But again, you can check that shit out on Amazon Prime. You can listen to Meanwhile with the Skullbase on the internet, also on Spotify, where you can also find this podcast as well. And I'm sure, actually, I don't think I got shit this week comedy wise. So
Okay.
Nice.
I'll probably book some shit week of because someone will be sick.
Eric, what do you got coming up?
You know what? My September, oddly enough, I have almost nothing booked. I'm at the Church of Satire on the 19th,
Oh, right
which
on.
will be fun.
Oh.
This will be my second time up
Okay.
there, so
You
that'll
get
be
that-
cool.
You get that Big Mac pizza?
No, because last time I was there, I was on my fucking diet.
Oh,
so
okay.
I didn't get anything.
Get the
but
fucking Big Mac pizza.
I'm into it this time. But if I could tell you guys, the show that I do outside of Laugh Finder is called Quality Time, and
Never
there is
heard of it.
a fucking banger that's up right now. Just dropped. I did with Eric Jolicoeur from the Big Time in Comedy. He's been on our Laugh Finder before, and we did the movie Bloodsport. And let me tell you, it's one of our better fucking episodes.
Nice.
So if you want to jump in,
Wait, wasn't
become-
Bloodsport based on a true story?
Oh,
Yeah.
we talk about that shit
Oh,
real
Frank
deep.
Dukes.
We talk about
Oh.
Frank Dukes for the whole first
Oh, my
episode.
God.
Come and check that shit out. Quality Time Podcast. We're on the Apple, the iTunes, the Stitcher, all that bullshit. So, and all things Eric Comedy at ericcomedy.com. You can see all my dates and shit there.
Nice. Aaron, you got anything?
Listeners, I want to invite you to share your comments, your reviews of this podcast. Laugh Finder on Apple Podcasts. It only takes a minute. A line or two is all it takes to let other listeners know how much you appreciate this show, help them find their way to this excellent programming. And if you write a review, the chances are quite good that our own audiomancer, Ben, will dramatize it in fine fashion at the end of one of our upcoming episodes.
It's true.
Yeah, Ben, you do a super job on all this.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. We don't appreciate you enough.
You got anything coming up, Ben, except for your eventual motorcycle accident?
Nope.
Ben.
Can't let my wife listen to this.
Dorian, you got anything?
September 13th, I'm on a variety show.
Mickey's place?
No. This is at
Lucky.
our house.
Oh, okay.
I'm lucky that it's not at
Our
Nikki's
house,
place.
our house does shows.
They're starting.
Oh, no, sure.
Nice.
that
And
place is
so
nice,
I'm going to be on a variety show. I will be the comedian on the variety show. And you can also catch me at other places at other points in time doing other shows.
Nice.
Where's the performing stage at our house? Like, where do you perform?
I do not know.
You've
hit
been
me
there
up.
before, right? Like,
I've
I'm
been
just
to
trying
our
think,
house.
I'm trying
You
to
could
think where you
stand on the
would've-
bar.
Right.
In the
middle of the-
That's what I'm
I mean, that's a different show.
Welcome to Coyote Ugly, featuring upskirts from Violet.
More than you bargained for.
Hey, what's this in my drink?
Ben Price is right,
Hell
losing
yeah.
noise.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Get your dick sucked while we are wild.